Hold on to your mug. We're in for a wild night.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Born to be Wild listener series. For those of you who are not familiar, this is a weekly tournament series with deck building restrictions, different restrictions each week. And this is a free-to-play entry tournament that we're hosting as part of the Born to be Wild podcast. Tonight we are hosting a match between Maxiebon and Duocat. It should be a lot of fun. And so, yeah, we're coming off of the podcast. We just wrapped up the podcast. Now kind of be casting this match. A couple of really good players here. And so, of course, I'm joined by the podcast co-hosts, Electric Sheep City and Hydralisk. So welcome back. Long time no see.
Been a minute.
Literally.
It's been so many seconds.
Years.
60 at least.
Very good, very good. Well, I'm excited to be back here with you guys tonight and to be casting a match. So quickly want to go over the rules of this tournament series and then get into this week's custom deck building restrictions. So we are now in season 3 of the listener series. So the rules, the format has changed for season 3. So this season we are using the Conquest format. For those people who may not be familiar with Conquest, here's what it is. To play a round of Conquest, each player selects one of their decks to use for the first game. So bring 4, ban 1. Any deck that wins a game cannot be selected for the remainder of the round, meaning that the winning player must move on to a different deck. The losing player may switch decks, but is not required to. The winner of the entire round is the first player to win using each of their decks. So you have to win with all 3 decks. Once you win, you can't use that same deck again. So this is a lot of fun. Last season we did Last Hero Standing. This season we are doing Conquest. And I'm especially excited because the format really is to showcase deck building. And so this way you get to see all of the decks. And I'm really excited to try a different format here. So yeah, let's get into this week's custom deck building restrictions.
Yeah, so the challenge this week is Pauper Week. So what that means is any and all cards that can be played are basic, common, or rare cards. And that extends, of course, across minions, spells, weapons, hero cards, which of course means none of them because all of those are legendary. So only basic, common, and rare cards, epic and legendary cards are restricted. So pretty straightforward challenge this time, which makes for some pretty fun decks to be built. Speaking of decks, what are the decks that these players are bringing?
All right, so I'm going to jump into Maxiebon's decks first here.
So we can see that we already have the ban that is coming in on Paladin. So we won't be playing that deck, but we do have the Priest, which appears to be a Dragon Priest with the good old Inner Fire, which looks like it's ready to roll. We got a Warrior, which seems to be a nice Pirate Warrior with a solid build. And then we have an this one is the Murloc Shaman build.
Nice. Yeah, looks good. Looks solid. These are good decks considering what viable decks can run with no legendaries, no epics. Like these seem pretty good. And I don't know that there's really much to say. They look pretty straightforward, but we get to see some good old-fashioned dragon combo priest. So
combo priest. I love combo priest.
Yeah, there are some notable exclusions. Of course, Warrior's missing Ankar and Raid the Ducks, and Shaman is missing not Toxfin, but Fungalmancer Flurgle in particular, because all of those cards are legendaries. So they could not run them.
Yeah, rip patches.
No patches as well.
Gotta love Pauper though, right?
Nice.
It's fun. It's like a free to play style. So I love the deck building that we've got to do here.
It is a lot of fun. Okay, and then switching over to Duocat's decks.
All right. So for Duocat, we are starting off where we have the Warrior. So this is another Pirate Warrior. A good standard build of Pirate Warrior. I'm pretty excited. There's a Stormwind Freebooter in here. I haven't not seen anybody play this card yet, so I'm pretty excited to see how that goes. Warlock looks like we have a good build of a discard Warlock. This is something that's actually similar to what I've built. It's a solid deck. Oh, did you sheep? Like, yeah, it's yeah. This seems to be like a pretty go-to version of a Warlock that you're going to go to for Pauper. If we're going to move over now to Paladin, here we have a hand buff version of Paladin. We've got the Grime Street Outfitters. We've got Bluegill Warriors getting big for that big charge. So it's a combo here of like a Murloc hand buff. It looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And then lastly, we have the banned deck, which was a elemental shaman deck. So we will not be seeing this one tonight.
Yeah. Some notable inclusions this time is that the warrior that Duocat brought runs double horde pillager, so make a little bit more of those weapons that get destroyed. And the paladin is running kind of like the Murloc Dragon synergy card. So like, of course, Grime Scale Chum to buff other Murlocs. But then there are things like the Red Scale Dragon Tamer to draw a dragon. And then the Scale Lord to give all of your Murlocs bubbles. So some really interesting interactions there to combo with the hand buff mechanics.
Ooh,
so
I like it.
It'll be pretty cool to see how those interact.
We've got a circus amalgam in there too, so it counts as dragon and Murloc. So
And a Murloc, yeah. Two of them.
I'm excited to see Stormwind Anchorman in Pirate Warrior as well, because it's not normally run, but it's a good card. I mean, with the Rush and with Frenzy. So that'll be interesting as well. Don't normally see that in our kind of standard Pirate Warrior deck. So looking forward to this very much so.
Good deal. So now that we've gone over the deck lists themselves, I will let our champions know that they are ready to do battle in the arena.
Nice. Very excited. And something that we will be showing on the screen here is, for you people watching at home, all 4 decks, or at least the classes, will be listed up by the player profiles, and the banned deck will have an X through it, so you'll know that is the deck that they will not be playing. When a player gets a win with the deck, its little icon will have a green check mark in it, and so that's how you know that they've won with that deck. Again, reminder, the player needs to win with all 3 decks in order to claim victory.
Yeah, so we're starting in with Maxi on the Murloc Shaman and Duocat on the Disco Warlock.
Ooh, and a full keep from Duocat here.
Wow.
This looks like
I kind of like it. Especially on the coin. You can Flame Imp, Coin Soulfire, get 2 really good discard mechanics. Yeah, that Wicked Whispers draw
Yeah.
had him being a little gun shy.
Yeah.
Don't blame him on that front.
Nice start for Maxi. That chieftain just took out that flame imp. Real nice.
Yeah. I almost wonder if we're going to see, like... Do we just see Soulfire come down and blast out that 3-2? I wonder. Or maybe Librarian first. Yeah.
Oh yeah, proper order.
Order, lol. Hydra, I loved your story, by the way.
My tweet?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so good.
First thing in the morning. It was so funny. Slippers, then pants. order lol. I said it out loud. It was so funny. Then I just laughed to myself and walked to the bathroom to go take a shower.
That's incredible.
Wow. So we see an early Nofin can stop us. That is very difficult to recover from. So that's going to be a little bit tricky.
Oh, and Duocat soul firing into the 3-3 instead of the 5-4. I wonder if that was a misclick. Oh no.
I'm wondering, yeah, he's going to leave the 5-4 up.
Could also be nerves. This is his first time on the spotlight. Definitely had those nerves myself.
Oh yes. Well, yeah, and they're both playing pretty quickly as well. Ooh, nice draw though.
Soulfire's not too shabby here.
Malcazar's to get a draw on with it. Yeah. Love to see it. Oh, unfortunate discard.
Yeah, rip Doomguard.
It's definitely the correct play.
It is.
But it still feels bad.
Wow, this angler is going to generate a whole bunch of minions, though, for Maxie up here.
Yeah, the only thing really holding him back is the mana that he still has. So
you can only do
not
one.
Able to go off too much.
No, it's definitely a priority kill, though.
Mm-hmm. We have already seen both soul fires, so another soul fire can't come down. Ooh, Doomguard is a clutch draw.
Getting pretty low.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised that we didn't see the Fellhound come down just for the taunt.
Yeah.
I am a little worried about Duocat's health here. Oh,
yeah, there it is. That's game. Maxiebon takes game 1 with the Murloc Shaman over the discard Warlock.
Yeah, so Murloc Shaman. Honestly, I feel like Murloc Shaman is pretty favored there because the discard Warlock sacrifices its health to gain the card advantage.
Yeah.
To keep on playing cards onto the board. And the Murloc Shaman likes to hit in the face. So, Murloc Shaman just did Murloc Shaman things.
Yeah,
What I like about Conquest is now we don't have to see Murloc Shaman again. Now we're going to see a different variety.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, and I'm really excited to see Duocat's hand buff Paladin build. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, me too. Me too. This is an exciting one for me. Oh my gosh, these guys play so fast.
They do. Love the curve that we're seeing in Duocat's hands, too.
Yes.
All right. Maxie's got a pretty good curve as well here. I mean, geez, a bunch of one cost.
Okay, he's going to leave up the cleric.
Well, I mean, he can't kill it, right? I mean, I guess he could kill it with a blue go.
He could have, yeah.
Yeah.
The cleric is definitely a draw engine with these lower health minions. Oh my goodness, that was a snap pick from Maxie as well. So it looks like the card that he discovered from the cleric was a Potion of Madness, if anybody missed that.
Which, without a Wave of Apathy in hand, will likely be pretty dead for a while, especially since Duocat will continue to buff his hand. And Radiant Elemental down. Maxie's ready to just go off.
Yeah, that's definitely a priority kill. Duocat's hand is getting pretty big. This Bluegill Warrior's 5/4.
And the prize vendor's a 4/5 too.
He continues to draw. Ignores the board.
And now there's a target for a Potion of Madness with that Alliance Bannerman coming down unbuffed.
That is true. When we see here in Maxie's hand, he's got 2 copies of Inner Fire, which don't really do much for his combo at this point. Oh, and he drew the Divine Spirit.
Divine Spirit. Ooh.
Wow, he's going to use it already. Okay. I guess it makes sense because there's really not a lot of clears on Duocat's side of the board.
Yeah, he didn't really have a way to come back.
No, Maxie ran away with that one. That Divine Spirit came in clutch.
It's, it's definitely a brave move for Maxie, like dropping, I mean, I guess you have to know the deck list. Like, these are open deck lists. Once submissions are final, they're open deck lists. And so knowing what your opponent has or doesn't have, like, if he knows that Duocat can't clear the board.
Now Maxie has to try and sweep with his Pirate Warrior. Duocat choosing to counter Pirate Warrior with Pirate Warrior.
Here we go. Yahar, here's your Sea of Thieves.
I will say in my testing this week for my decks personally, Pirate Warrior did very well compared to some of the other ones, because the deck itself doesn't change all that much. It is a little sad to see First Mate drop and no patches come shooting out the deck, but
Takes the stress level off, though. You don't need to worry about drawing patches.
True. Can't draw patches if you don't run them in your deck. And Duocat disregarding board. Smacking in the face for 2.
We'll see Maxie respect the board and take out the 1 minion there. Gaining control.
Ooh.
Ooh, choices.
So fast!
So furious.
You would, sheep.
Yeah, definitely the Smork coming down. And we see Duocat going face here. This is going to get a little bit trickier now with the Sword Eater coming down. We're looking at a 2/5 taunt, which is going to be more difficult to clear. So,
oh, and with that final swing, the Fogsail Freebooters battle cry is offline. But we're going to buckle swash.
Oh, man.
Max is going quite wide with these pirates, though, and this ship's cannon is going to put in work for sure.
Yeah, especially not now protected by not just 1, but 2 taunts in the Sword Eater and the Dread Corsair.
I definitely think we'll see this Anchorman, right? It's got Rush, so it can take out one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine he's probably going to want to take out that cannon. Yeah.
Gotta kill the cannon. Go. Absolutely.
Yet another cannon in hand.
Oh, snap. Wow. I mean, I imagine that we'll see it come down and this freebooter is going to take out one of these minions as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 5/2, of course. Correct minion to snipe.
And he's going to hold the weapon charge.
Yeah, probably for things like a Fogsail Freebooter or more burst to take down a beefier minion with that Stormwind Freebooter in hand.
Oh, well.
Is this lethal?
Duocat drew the taunt, but it's too late. That is lethal.
Exact lethal. Maxie taking the fast and furious sweep there. Lots of aggro decks, lots of face going into minions and minions going into face to take that victory.
Well, congratulations to Maxie. Well played, the both of you. You both had some really cool decks. I really appreciate the deck building in this Pauper format.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of fun. And it's always fun to see what people are going to bring with these deck building restrictions. And I think this week we again wanted to kind of start out with one of the more I don't want to say easier restrictions, but the more commonplace restrictions to kind of get the series ramping up. But get it?
It's PAUPER, commonplace. That was great.
But yeah, good games by all, and it's always fun to see what people are going to bring. See, what concessions people are forced to make, or what decks they're willing to play with excluded cards, and so yeah, it's hard to play Pirate Warrior without patches and without Rokara and without the new quest line and stuff. But we saw these come down, and that was a lot of fun. Good games to both, and yeah, thank you for letting us stream your matches as well. Good times. Full aggro lineup, by the way. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Love to see it. Especially pirate aggro.
We did reach out to
Pirate Warrior Mirror was glorious.
It's one of my favorites. Yes, absolutely. Hey, we did reach out to the players. Maxiebon said he was not feeling well, so he will not be joining us on the call. But
yeah, and unfortunately, Duocat's friends are causing a little bit of a sound issue on his end as well. So we unfortunately will be unable to speak with our combatants after, but they both played admirably, and it was just a fast and furious match. Hard fought battle.
Yes.
Congratulations to Maxiebon, and Duocat held his own as well.
Well played. Well played. Yes. Thank you all very much. Hey, thank you everybody who joined us watching this live. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. And if you are watching this and are participating in this tournament series, or you're interested in having your match streamed, please reach out to us through the Discord and we can arrange something.
Yeah, absolutely. While you may not be able to get in week one, the fact that we don't have the hyper competitive reward to seek out after this time means that we are offered a little bit more flexibility, and we can work you into week 2, 3, 4, or 5. Unfortunately, the playoffs, we won't be able to work you into that one.
Yeah, but still, yeah, and you can join for the 3 easy payments of free 99, right? That never gets old, I swear.
It really doesn't.
So good times all. All right, well that about does it for us. Thank you all again for joining us, and we have been at it for quite a while, so that is going to be we'll be calling it a night here.
I feel fortunate to have witnessed this.